We are now going to explore the settings options in Google Chrome. To access the setting options, you're going to go up to the customization menu and you're going to choose settings. Now when you click on settings, it's going to bring up a settings page. Along the left hand side, you're going to see three main tabs along with a help tab. Now the one that's darker is the settings one. That means we're on the settings page right here. The other tabs, history. The history tab is the same as we showed you in the customization video. I'm just showing you a record of all the places you've been to. The extensions tab shows you what extensions you've installed and which ones you have enabled on your browser. And then back to the settings page. This is where we can do some different customization. Now the first one is the sign in area. This sign in area shows that I am signed into Google Chrome and that this computer is linked up with this account. If I would like to separate that, maybe I don't want my work account linked to my computer, I would click disconnect your Google account and it would sign you out so that this account is now kind of open, ready to be connected to another Google account. Now the on startup menu, this is a very helpful tool. This tells you how your screen is going to open up. Now on startup, do you want it to go to the new tab page? That's that page that shows you all the apps and websites you've been to. Continuing where you left off, if you have this checked, when you open up your browser, it will open up on whatever page you were on last. Now the one I go with is open a specific page or set of pages. Now this is where you set a home page. Now I'm going to click Set Pages. When I do that, I get this menu, and it shows me I have currently open my email, my Google Drive, and my calendar. I can actually click Use Current Pages in order to have those pages open up every time I start the browser. That means those three pages will open up with just my one double click on the Google Chrome. It takes a couple seconds longer, but it takes a little bit less time than if I had to open up one and then go open up the others. At any time, I can type in an address of a different page I want to go to, or I can remove these pages and have it go to just one page. But this is how you set your startup page. I'm going to click OK. Now the next section you can use in your settings is to change the appearance of your screen. You can use this with themes. Now if I look here, there's two drop downs showing the home button. If I click that, it shows this little home button here and it takes me back to my first page. I don't need that, so I leave it there. Always show the bookmarks bar. If I take that off, it puts it away. I'm going to leave that on. Now if I click Get Themes, it's going to give me some options. It actually brings me to the Google Chrome store. And if I scroll down, one of those choices is Themes at the very bottom. And if I go to Themes, you can see a number of different themes that people have created and shared. You can see underneath each one how many people are using those particular themes. Now if there's something you like, you can look at it and grab it. Now you can search by artist or by Google. I think this one looks kind of cool, so I'm going to choose that theme and it should install it into my browser. And I'm going to say yes, choose the theme, so that it will customize my browser. So if you look here, this is when the startup page is, when it shows the different apps and things you have installed. It should install that onto my browser. If you select any one of these themes and click Choose Theme, it will then install it into your browser, and it'll look like this when you go to that new tab page. It'll use a different background. It'll also kind of copy the color schemes on the bar and fonts to kind of match whatever that theme is. I'm going to close that. Now back here we have this search area. So this is setting when you do the search in Google where it's going to search from. So I click search and it's going to use Google to search this. I can go to a different search engine if I'd like, but I'm going to keep it at Google. Now down here at users, this shows that I'm the only user in Google Chrome for this computer. So I can delete the user and have that account not linked to this anymore, but I'm going to leave that alone. Now if you look at the bottom, there's a little blue link that says Show Advanced Settings. When I click on that, I get some more choices. It has to do with my privacy. So I can click on this and change my privacy settings. I can enable or disable the password and form sections. So that means when I'm filling out an order form, it's going to try to finish numbers that I've typed before. So if I'm typing in an email address for an account and it recognizes that, it'll try to autofill for me. The web content, you can choose what kind of size it's going to be. You can also go down to the proxy settings, which you're never going to go and mess with. You have your languages you can select. One that's actually pretty handy is you go down to downloads. If you go to downloads, you can set up where your download folder is going to be. Usually it starts off in like your My Documents somewhere. I click change and have my downloads folder right on my desktop. So anytime I download something, I know right where it is. These other options for the background apps and Google Cloud Print, I usually just leave those alone. Those aren't things you're going to really need to mess with. But that has been a quick overview of the Google Chrome settings menu.